Title: She thought it was funny to prank me at my birthday party, handing me a box with divorce papers inside. Everyone burst out laughing. I just blew out my candle. Start: She thought it was funny. A crowded room, candles flickering, everyone waiting for the moment. She handed me a box, wrapped in gold paper, tied with a bow. Her smile was too wide, the kind of smile that isn't joy, but performance. I opened it. Inside wasn't a watch or cologne or even socks. It was a stack of divorce papers. The room erupted in laughter. Her friends slapped the table, choking on champagne. My friends looked away. She shouted over the noise, "Just kidding!" But her tone carried a blade. I smiled, blew out the candle, and said nothing. That silence was the loudest moment of my life. We had been married 7 years. At least, that's how long my signature had been next to hers on every promise. I thought we were solid. Arguments, yes, but nothing fatal. She liked control, attention, drama. I liked peace. I believed our differences balanced each other. I ignored the late nights, the sudden girls' trips, the phone she kept face down on the counter. I told myself trust was stronger than suspicion. I was wrong. The papers she gave me weren't blank. I checked later, alone in the quiet. Every line was filled in. Her name, my name, the date. She had them prepared, signed by her, ready. That prank wasn't a joke. It was a test. She wanted to see me break. I didn't break. I studied. 2 nights later, she received an envelope from my lawyer. Inside was not a request. It was a declaration. I was divorcing her. The timing cut her off guard, like a gunshot in silence. She hadn't expected me to act first. She hadn't expected me to move in shadows. She underestimated me. That was her first mistake. I began my work quietly. No confrontations, no shouting matches, just observation. I hired a private investigator. Within weeks, I had photographs. Her with a man from her office, hotel receipts, timestamps that matched the nights she claimed she was out with the girls. I didn't rage. I documented. Every credit card statement became a map of betrayal. Dinners I never attended, jewelry I never saw, money funneled from our joint account into hers. She was building a life without me, but she was funding it with me. So I closed the accounts, froze the cards, redirected the paychecks. I set up meetings with my lawyer, moved assets she didn't even know existed, transferred property rights. My hand was steady on every signature. She thought she was clever, but I was building a cage with her own blueprints. The day came when she tried to use the card, declined. She called me, voice sharp, asking if the bank had made a mistake. No mistake, I told her. My tone was flat, cold, the kind of tone that makes people realize a door has closed and won't open again. She screamed, demanded. I hung up. That was the second mistake she made, thinking her words still held power. The real climax wasn't private, it had to be public. Justice tastes sharper when witnessed. So I planned a dinner, just the 2 of us, so she thought. I invited her to a restaurant we used to love. She arrived wearing a red dress I had once called my favorite. Her eyes sparkled, maybe thinking I was caving, maybe imagining reconciliation. But when she sat down, the table wasn't set for 2, it was set for 6. My lawyer, her lover's wife, a banker, a notary, witnesses. Her face drained color as each person arrived. She tried to leave, but the notary slid papers in front of her. Evidence stacked on the table, photos, receipts, statements. Her mask crumbled. The banker explained her accounts were frozen. The lawyer outlined the divorce terms, no alimony, no assets, only debts she created. The lover's wife dropped photos of the 2 of them onto her plate, like a garnish. The restaurant fell into silence around us. Strangers pretended not to stare, but they did. I watched her sit there, drowning in humiliation, while I stayed calm, controlled. She whispered, "You set me up?" I answered, "No, you set yourself up. I just finished the paperwork." She signed. She had no choice. Every avenue was blocked, every escape sealed. Her laugh from my birthday echoed in my head as I watched her hand shake, pen scratching the paper. That was the 3rd mistake she made, thinking humiliation was one-sided. After, I walked out into the night air, the city lights sharp against the darkness. She stayed behind, alone at the table, with nothing but ruined pride and a pile of documents that used to be her future. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. People ask if revenge feels sweet. It doesn't. It feels clean, like cutting out rot before it spreads. She thought it was funny, handing me divorce papers at my birthday, making me a spectacle. I thought it was justice, handing her ruin at a table full of witnesses. Now, when I blow out candles, I make no wishes. I don't need to. I already granted myself one.